Us. College, it's a time to come together, find your future, maybe hit up a few parties on the way, but that is not an apt description of college in the midst of COVID-19. Administrators say it can't be, not now. And several colleges like St. Olaf College have already suspended students for the semester for partying and potentially spreading the coronavirus. Thursday was day one of the fall semester at St. Olaf. In a letter to students, college president David Anderson thanked students who were responsible with their health and safety in the summer. Then came the stern warning surely every college admin fears. Due to an off-campus party without distancing or mask wearing, where at least one student was infected with COVID-19, now 17 students are suspended for the semester and 50 more need to be quarantined. Anderson said, quote, "This is the kind of reckless behavior that will put an end to our in-person semester and it must stop," end quote. State Infectious Disease Director Chris Erzman talked about it today.
So I'm an alum of St. Olaf, and so I was particularly disappointed. And so it's really disappointing to see this kind of behavior before or even as classes are just beginning to start.
Different universities have different policies. There's no ban on partying at the U of M, but the U says if face masks aren't worn indoors and social distancing not applied, students can be kicked off campus and disciplined. University of Texas at Austin did ban parties both on and off campus. Tulane University in New Orleans threatened suspension or expulsion for parties over 15 people. And the universities of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Michigan State, and Drexel have all switched to mostly online learning after cases spread among students on campuses. Stay tuned as this story seems to change by the day. Or the hour. Spoke too soon. Just this afternoon, U of M President Joan Gable announced she's proposing online classes for the Twin Cities, Duluth, and Rochester campuses for at least the first 2 weeks of the semester. The Board of Regents will meet to discuss that on Monday.